Blessed evening, collective. Venus has gone into Capricorn, I believe. And I can feel something taking place. Feels like a lot of discussions that have been put off for a while. Venus in Capricorn is all about cutting out the crap, so to speak, cutting out the shadow, unawareness of that which is not serving the self, that which is not making us happy, which is in service to the self. It's practical, but in a meaningful way. It's not focused on pentacles, it's focused on cups. It's a deeply spiritual sign, Capricorn, despite being an earth element, which is of the material world. It is the guardian of mysterious knowledge, the guardian of the knowledge which Aquarius bestows. And so it takes that very seriously. And there's a lot of honor and pride and respect in that. And anything that is not honoring the self, not respecting the self in a deeply meaningful way is being done away with. My Venus is in Capricorn, so that's pretty much my approach to relationships in general. Is it's got to be meaningful, and yeah, there's a real hesitancy around this too. I am noticing as I'm speaking. These are not comfortable conversations, but they are conversations that have been long overdue. Someone is feeling left out in the cold. I just got extremely cold earlier for no apparent reason. It's 74 degrees in here, according to the wall. And I just caught a chill. I also, at the same time, experienced a wave of frustration and the feeling of withdrawing energy from someone. The words, "No, I get to be happy." Just that. I get to be happy. No one dictates that except for me. No one makes me happy. I make me happy by my choice to follow my heart, to align my perspective with divine, with spirit. With Mercury also moving through Capricorn, it's only enhancing the need for conversation. And I would like to pull some cards for this. I have a strange tickle in my nose, which to me just says I'm on someone's mind in some way. I'm not exactly sure how. I want to show you something. I ordered a new deck. It was to be the last deck for the time being, the last one that I wanted. And I did not realize the size which I ordered. And the best part is I had a dream about this before these cards arrived. I had a dream, I got the package, and they were not exactly what I expected. And so it is, you know. I either intuited or manifested this, but either way, here they are. They're very small. This is the Witch's Tarot. But I think they will be perfect for clarifying the pocket-sized cards. So now I have a little bit of everything. They're quite cute, really. And, well, I'm not intending to use them as the base energy. I would like to use the animals for this. But, oh. No. Never mind. Rider Wave said, excuse me. It's my time. So, this is a strange energy. It's alternating between happy and frustrated. There is a deep sense of liberation, of freedom coming from the endings of these things. Things which perhaps were long overdue to be left behind. Yeah, because that's what we're leaving behind. We're leaving behind heartache, pain, displeasure, unhappiness, taking a journey that, just because it is away from this, is into calmer waters. That is certain. Spirit is asking for this. And truths are not being withheld at this time. There is decisive vocalization of this and the desire for this, and ultimately the desire for this, even if that is not being vocalized. This is driving all of it. But there is a desire to share this as well, to share spirituality. And this is happening fairly quickly with the Chariot book ending. And also the Tower directly underneath. Someone set this tower on fire. This was knocked down with explosives. This was not just an accidental bolt out of the blue. This is quite intentional and deliberate, and all for the sake of balance. Yeah, Knight of Swords underneath, and 10 swords there. This is, something is coming to an end, quite certainly. Several somethings. An abrupt and decisive end, because it is not making us happy. It is not serving the self. It is not allowing self to express or for soul growth the way that is desired. Top card. We are moving with certainty away from this. Sometimes I feel this man is running. He's not running, but he's not looking back. Not for a second. There is something else that is his focus. That is not a karmic connection, but a different version. Yeah. Not a disappointing relationship. That's been made very clear. Something else is out there. Venus and Capricorn. Let's feel this energy. And I can feel the throat chakra is being activated in many right now. Words that are not intended to wound, they are not being used to wound. They're simply speaking truth, cutting out the falsehoods of a situation. These things are not tolerated by Venus in Capricorn, and with Mercury supporting it. These are essentially, oh yeah. With Mercury supporting it, this just came straight back around. We're decisively moving towards something else, a healing connection. Even if that is just the connection of self with self. It is a new offer. This is the card of December. Five Wands underneath. Something about this has been resisted, but there's a new perspective under this energy. Yeah, I mean, I'm taking my pentacle and I'm leaving. I'm leaving. This is done. I can see that now, that there was only conflict here. There is something else that I desire to give to, that I am headed towards. Something that is stable. Something that feels like home. Something that feels complete, balanced, even, mutually reciprocal. Something that feels like joy, celebration, stable. Something I can build on. Something that is creative, intimate, sensual, loving. The cards which came out. Two of Cups, Eight of Cups, and the Fool. This is pretty clear. There is a relationship which is not working. It can be all kinds of relationships. It can be business. It can be friendships. It can be relationships with family members. But it is most definitely affecting romantic partnerships at this time, with Venus ruling in Capricorn. There are karmic relationships that are coming to a close for the purpose of a new beginning elsewhere. And that new beginning is, we will clarify. There's the sense of anywhere but here, a little bit. But this individual is moving towards something specific. The horizon is unknown, but there is something powerful driving this, that is the desire for happiness, ultimately, for balance. It just feels like something else. We'll clarify. All the same, these cups are being left behind. Karmic cycles coming to an end. There is a desire for a new beginning, a true new beginning. Even one that requires a leap of faith is preferred. Sang myself a little hoarse earlier. Is preferred over what was once a comfort zone, what once felt safe, that no longer is remotely satisfying in this. We'll clarify with these tiny witch cards. Very precious. 10 of Cups at the bottom. Wow. Wow. Crossed by Three of Pentacles. Yeah, there is something, I mean, there's a desire for a real connection, a real sense of community and belonging. One that has never been felt before. Queen of Cups. one with deep love, with love that has never before been experienced, love that had been thought to be relegated to the realm of fantasy, and yet this connection is, it is what is desired, it is believed in. Because there is something in the soul, something in the intuition that is telling us this is real. High Priestess. They are so very small. Wow. High Priestess crossing Queen of Cups. I mean, it's a knowledge, it is a new revelation that we have been doing love wrong. We have gotten love all backwards. Everything that we thought we had was not the real deal. There is a powerful redefining of happiness and of love, and Seven of Pentacles, just realizing that now is the time. Everything is aligned for this. All of the energies are aligning to assist with this. And it's being realized. It's being realized that the dream we have has not come to fruition. There's something else we want to build. It's Eight of Pentacles crossing Nine of Cups with, 10 Wands. This structure has become untenable. This is just a burden, what we've been building here. We are giving up. These cups are not as full as they seem. They may be physical. They may be immediately around us in the vicinity. They may be a part of a safety zone, a comfort zone, something which is familiar. But we would rather chase the dream. There's an understanding that there is a different kind of love available, a deeper kind of love. Justice. This kind of transactional love will not be allowed to continue because it is not serving the self. It is not making anyone happy. It is not benefiting anyone. These tiny cards are making me smile. So, Two of Cups. Let us clarify this. Two of Cups. This feels like the karmic relationship. Again, karmic is not a dirty word. All of us have been karmic for one another. It is either blessings or lessons, or lessons. All is as all should be, but there's a realization that we have the chance to move into the new higher cycle now, that this has become available to us. There's a new beginning. There's energy asking us to walk away from this and accept something else. Yeah, a new perspective. I ended up with 3 cards, but I think I'm going to keep them. There's that 3 Pentacles. There is a sense of community somewhere else. Queen of Wands. And the Hanged Man. It's a new perspective on how the ego has been keeping us back. How it is, these are the relationships we are in because of shadow. Because of karmic lessons. Lessons that we are now learning. That we have a new perspective on. And we are communicating this. This is now being shared. This is a truth being revealed. This is energy moving in the same direction. This is no more self-sabotage. I am working with myself. And myself gets to be happy. I can see now how shadow ego was just keeping me asleep. Not safe. Just stagnant. Just keeping me from growth towards the expansion and towards actual passion. I have a new perspective on this as well. All of this I'm seeing differently. I'm seeing that this version is not what I want. And because of that, I'm seeing there is another option. There is another way. There is the version of this which is connected to spirit, which is aligned with my highest self, and is the same with another. And the passion there is not just shadow ego driven. It is energetic. That is what I want to move towards. That is the kind of community, belonging, teamwork, companionship that I desire. 8 of Cups. What can we know about the 8 of Cups? We are leaving this behind with certainty. I mean, there's a real spiritual drive to this. Something else we want to give to. 6 of Pentacles. In a balanced way. There's a realization that the energy is not aligned in a comfortable way. There is, of course, resonance, but it is not a harmonious resonance. Direct escalation too. There's time. This is the time to give to something else. And what is that something else but the 4 of Wands? Wow. This is another connection of some kind. It can be, again, within the self, union within the self, but it is deeply driven by the desire for mutual reciprocation. And we are leaving behind the false version of this. The kind which is too much giving and not enough receiving. We are ready to be on equal footing with one another. To have a real celebration, a real union. Exactly equivalent. And healing as well. This is the 1111. And 11 being the number of self-healing. We desire a relationship that is itself healing, that involves 2 selves which are on this path together. Yeah, there is deep intuition that it is time for this. High Priestess, 7 of Pentacles. Time for a new kind of love. The cup we had thought was love is revealed to be salt water. It is only making us more thirsty for the real thing, and so we are walking away to pursue the dream which we are now believing in. Fool. Why is the Fool here? This is the direction we are moving. There is the dream of something. This is the leap, as it feels, towards the 10 cups. Almost said 10 pentacles, because we're believing that that is true. There is the world. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. There is a real belief in this. There's a full understanding that this is a cycle that we are closing out. We are finished with this cycle, with the karmic one, and finishing in awareness that we are now embarking anew as the ascended Fool. We have a desire to leap into something new. 7 Pentacles. You can't make this up. It's time. It's time for real love. This is... We've dumped out the salt water here. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles and Justice. Good grief. There is a whole new stable foundation that we are being driven towards, that we know is correct in the eyes of the universe. The energy is aligned. It is time for this. It's time for real love. It's time to explore and experience this type of love that we have never felt before, and so feels a little bit scary. There's a leap towards this because it is unknown. But at the same time, it feels so much more real than anything else. Knight of Pentacles. We are moving steadily towards this. Wheel of Fortune. There is a deep soul knowing that this is the path. This is where the blessings lie. It is not in what we are leaving behind. There is a whole new world to explore. One hitherto thought inaccessible, perhaps. And yeah, there's still, I haven't shuffled yet, but 4 of Wands is prominent energy here. Desire for, I want to say marriage, a real lasting connection. Not the transactional, reputation-based societal idea of marriage, but the marriage of 2 souls which seek the same. A merging of energies, a merging of households, that is to say the household, the house of the self. Huh. Wow. Yeah. 3 Wands, Hermit, and look at what is still in the bottom of the deck. This is the overall energy is the desire for this. A meaningful relationship, the blending of two complete selves, complete in the awareness of the self, of the fact that they are, in fact, a perpetual work in progress. A desire to evolve and grow and expand together. Yeah, this is what we are moving towards. This is all we can focus on. The idea of this connection. The soul is leading this journey. The soul is lit, awake. Look at how he is walking off to the direction of the lantern. The soul is beckoning. This leap of faith is made more calm by the awareness of what is being left behind. It is again a little bit of that sense of anything but this. But it is all driven by the soul and by the belief, by a new awareness that there is something else. There is something deeper. There is something mutual. We have this new perspective. Something that has true passion and is not puffed up by ego. Something that is more than physical connection. Something that is mutually reciprocal and balanced in all ways. Energetic, emotional, intellectual, and physical, as it must manifest. Tuned in, tapped in, turned on. It is time for this. It's time for a new kind of love. It's time to leap into the deep end of love, knowing that it is deep, but it is steady, it is sure. Three of Wands. Three of Wands. What is this Three of Wands? This new horizon we are looking towards. It is the new perception of love. A new comprehension, a new idea of what a relationship might be. Six of Wands. Total rebirth, rejuvenation of the concept of love as something else. Wow. Eight of Cups repeating. This is red with the Hanged Man, the new perspective. Two of Swords at the bottom. We will not be blocked by this anymore. This is the two truths. Two Ace of Swords. The one truth being this is not what is wanted. The other, this is what is wanted. This is what I know. It could not be known what is wanted without knowing what is not. But I am aware of this now. Six of Wands, red with Queen of Wands. There is a new kind of passion being stirred. This is, I mean, I have a complete new perspective on this. I had thought this was passion, not just love. I had thought this was attraction. I had thought this was the way that this worked. Now I am realizing there is something else that is the true victory, something else that is calling my soul, something else that I cannot stop thinking about. Now that I have this awareness of it, I want it. I want this victory for myself. I want to be happy. And I get to be happy. I've realized that I can choose to walk away from this and towards my soul path, my heart's desire, something that is reciprocal, something that is a real celebration, something I had not believed in before. Hermit read with the Eight of Cups, leading this journey away, leading this journey towards Six of Pentacles and Four of Wands, a balanced, mutually reciprocal relationship, and one which is deep, profoundly deep, meaningful, stable. Why is the Hermit here? There's a desire to heal by approaching this new connection. Knight of Pentacles. I mean, High Priestess, still at the bottom. We have blocked out this kind of thing for some time, but no more. Now everything else is being cut out. Everything that doesn't feel like this is being removed. We are moving steadily towards mutual reciprocation. There is no stopping it. This is all we want to give to. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We want chivalry. We want something deep and meaningful. High Priestess. A spiritually driven relationship. A tantric relationship. That is what I am manifesting. Something that connects us on every level, fulfills on every level, that nurtures the soul, that expands the soul, that is exciting, enlivening, exhilarating, from a place deeper than the physical dimension. Six of Swords. This is a definitive moving away from one and towards another, with an inherent awareness that there is, this is the time for it. There is a spiritual drive. The soul is screaming for this. Nine of Cups and Strength. Look at this one. It just won't leave. There is no other option. There's just literally no other choice. This is it. This is the choice. If this is a crossroads, we know which direction we're heading. There's no confusion. One of these roads is blocked. One of these roads has 8 empty cups. There might be something else in these cups. I don't know. Something you don't want. That's been determined. Any illusion behind what these were is revealed. That is abundantly clear with this. Oh yeah. The idea of remaining in this is what is causing anxiety. We're not staying here. We're not staying here. We're boldly going where no man has gone before. That is chosen. It's time. This time, these cups have something more tempting in them. Not salt water. Something new. Something yet untasted. We're not sure exactly what, but they look delicious. Truly delicious. There's a strength and a depth to this new perception of love, which is indescribable and unforgettable. All encompassing in a way that is freeing and not consuming. A way that enhances and emboldens the soul. The soul is uplifted by this love, encouraged. This is what we are moving towards. And it is taking strength, but we have the determination. It is already decided. Now that we have tasted just a single drop of this new kind of love, this truly unconditional love, it is all we can think about now. It is all the soul can think about, because the soul knows this is correct. This is what I am here for. True divine union, sacred love that honors the self to the highest degree, within and without, in myself and in another. Parting 3 cards from the universe in summarization or any additional message shared. This seems fairly clear. And this is exactly the energy of Mercury, Venus, and Capricorn, the full moon in Gemini. All of this is being aligned. It's time to embrace the healing connection. It's time to embrace unconditional love. It's time to leave all else behind. Telling you we cannot get rid of this 2 of Swords. With the sun directly underneath. For a while, the sun was being blocked by this. Now this is being revealed. Now this is bringing tremendous clarity. And now we are cutting that out. We are walking away from it and towards rebirth and victory. That's gorgeous. Justice. 7 of Cups. Six of Cups. Oh, excuse me, sir. You're here to deliver boobs. Thank you. The illusion is revealed. The choice is clear. The Three of Cups. Look at the sun peeking out from underneath. Oh, and at the top of the deck, who would that be but Aquarius, the star, saying, no more delayed blessings. You have the clarity of which direction to go to alleviate this. The choice is clear. There is no more illusion regarding this. There is obvious justice in walking away, but not just walking away, walking towards a deep soul connection, walking towards and leaning into this new perspective of a new kind of love, that which we had not dared to believe in, that which is innocent and pure and passionate and true, unconditional, the kind which is founded in magic and which brings magic, which brings abundance and blessings and enhances, increases, sweetens in every way, even the pain. Even pain is made sweeter by this. There is no Three of Swords in this energy. It is cut out by justice. A realization that this new perspective, this new kind of love, makes everything new again. We get to be happy. We get to choose for ourselves. And the choice is made. The illusion is revealed. We are walking away. Nothing is stopping us. Victory is certain. Triumph. The answer is very clear. It is time for the healing in solitude and sanctuary to end. It's time to stop denying our blessings. And instead embrace the abundance of freedom, not the illusory version, which would make pentacles into power, which would make them binding, controlling, manipulative. We no longer want to build this Eight of Pentacles. We want to begin a new foundation that is spiritually based, that is self-serving, that is selfish, that is following the heart, true to the heart's desire. We are returning to the time of Six of Cups, and we will have certain victory. There is such transformation and regrowth, new growth in this. This is what is desired. It is powerful energy, complex, but designed just so as by divine, aligned just so by the celestial bodies for this nuanced and specific purpose, this assistance to help us walk away from karmic cycles by receiving the new perspective of what true justice is for the self and all self. Reducing the options so we are not so overwhelmed by choices, revealing them to be illusions, revealing that these cups are in fact empty or full of rocks, perhaps. Revealing that this is what we desire. Balanced unity, true love. Stimulating, intimate, again, just reciprocal in every form, easy. Love which defies logic, nay, not defies, transcends. This is what we are moving into. It is beautiful. And with Venus in Capricorn, I am especially pleased and proud of this. It is the birthright and destiny of all souls to know unconditional love, to know divine union, to know the pleasure and the power of this. It is bliss. And it is promised. And it is yours, assuredly. This is the message. I am privileged to deliver it. Have a blessed evening, beloveds. And know always that spirit, self, soul, and all, me, we, and I love you.